What's your favorite animated movie and why? Cars. It's a classic. Wall-E easily the best Pixar movie. Heavy Metal. Cars. Inside Out. Fantasia. Spirited Away. The Jimmy Neutron movie where he saves his parents from aliens. The Lion King. Beautiful animation that holds up even in 2020, perfect casting, greatest villain song ever, and an amazing story. How to Train Your Dragon. The whole series, which consists of 3 movies, has interesting character development, a compelling story and a lot of humor. Secret of Nim. Meet the Robinsons. Every time the bowler hat tried to mind control something, I was on the floor laughing. Tintin movie. Or any stop-motion movies, for example Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists. Iron Giant and Titan A. Treasure Planet. Always loved the story. Animation is killer. Meet the Robinsons. The family is funny and charming and the message is good. I go back to this one often. Megamind or Into the Spider-Verse. Megamind. It's all about presentation. Mulan. It's wholesome and funny, and the most badass Disney princess, not really a princess but still, of all time. Coco or Into the Spider-Verse. Fight Club, but I don't want to talk about it. Anastasia 1997. I'd cry, but since I was a kid this movie really amazed me. I still watch it every now and then. Treasure Island, such an underrated Disney classic. Snow White. When I was a kid that's all I would watch at my grandparents' house. Still absolutely love that movie to this day. Prince of Egypt. I'm not even religious. But the animation is still absolutely gorgeous after 22 years and the music is phenomenal. My Neighbor Totoro is perfection. It's a tie between Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Coco. And it is hard to choose just one since I have so many favorite animated movies and movies in general. A Silent Voice. Heartwarming and the message is great. Maybe Mulan. It taught me to be strong and not to give up on the first difficulties. I believe in my dreams and in myself. There are many beautiful animated movies, like Chicken Little, Zootropolis, Shrek, Lilo, and Stitch, Big Hero 6, Megamind, etc. I love these types of movie that have a deep message. Kimi no Na wa, Your Name, and Tenki no Ko, Weathering with You. Both have breathtaking, gorgeous animations, well-written characters, interesting plots and beautiful soundtrack. Cinderella, Mulan and Frozen are also my faves. Home with Rhiannon is really good vibes. Inside Out for the story and Lion King and Brother Bear both for making my children magical. Big Hero 6 because it's good. The Thief and the Cobbler. Best animated movie that was never made. Megamind. Coco, Heart. Mulan is my favorite of the classics. I've loved it since I was a little kid. More modern favorite is Coco. It was the first film in a while that made me cry. So beautiful in both story and animation. Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. Amazing animation, Shirley Jackson's powerful score and a deep character-driven story of why Batman is who he is. Plus one of Mark Hamill's best performances as the Joker. I'm going to say Scooby-Doo and the Boo Brothers. I really like the general tone that the movie had, having a decent mix of eeriness and light-hearted comedy. The Prince of Egypt. It takes an old story that's been told 100 times and then tells it with a new spin on it. It's respectful both of its subject matter and viewers, and the songs are pretty damn good. Tie between The Lion King, original, only good part of the new is the hyenas and how it broke the fourth wall in some places, and Emperor's New Groove. The stories are funny and dramatic. God, I hope they don't make a live-action Emperor's New Groove. It'll be ruined like the rest of the great animated movies turned into live-action or remade photorealistic. Please. How to Train Your Dragon. The whole series. Howl's Moving Castle. The book it's based on is brilliant and very original. Even though the film by Miyazaki differs a little in storyline, it's charming. The characters and scenery are beautifully designed. Like a lot of Ghibli movies, there's no blatantly concrete heroes and villains for most of the film, so it keeps you second guessing. I could sing this movie's praises for days. Watch it if you haven't. Isle of Dogs and Fantastic Mr. Fox if stop motion is allowed. Wes Anderson movies are always on point for writing and direction, great voice acting, totally original style and stories. Up. A beautiful, colorful tall tale about regret, moving on, and allowing love back in after loss. A movie that took actual emotional risks, and gave us two old men as the protagonist and antagonist, something we don't see enough of in any genre. Not to mention that it is quite funny. I mean, this movie gave us Doug and Russell. Excellent soundtrack, Pixar animation. And those first 10 minutes. Need I say more? How to Train Your Dragon. All three movies, but would probably pick the first if I had to. Original Ghost in the Shell. I am amazed at the artwork in the movie. The story is very deep and interesting. I grew up watching Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. Beautiful animation, great story, powerful message and incredible songs. I watch it at least once a year and it still makes me shiver. A silent voice such a tear-jerker. At Oscars it fucking lost to Boss Baby. Lilo and Stitch BC Stitch is the ugly cutest little creature ever. Anastasia was my favorite movie as a kid and still holds up as my favorite animated movie. Kung Fu Panda. Lots of great dialogue, and lots of setup/payoff and symmetry throughout the story. Not a single scene feels unnecessary or out of place. Also great characters. How to Train Your Dragon, the first one. Loved it as a child, still loving it as a teenager. Great character development in the movie and its series, sass, humor and action. And the animation. I love how this DreamWorks movie has its own style, that sets it apart from the Disney/Pixar ones and all the other new animated movies that seem kind of generic to me. The Aristocats, it's been my favorite since I was a child. The animation is beautiful, I love the soundtrack and the storyline is lovely. I will always hold it very close to my heart. Howl's Moving Castle. The Aristocats, it's the reason I love Cats so much, not to mention it has one of the greatest Disney songs of all time.